What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down a concept and relate it to how it relates to the training approach that I have, the nutrition approach I have, just in total the approach to building physiques that I have. It has to do with the concept that good things take time. There are things you could do to be smarter about things, to go quicker than someone who's not being as smart, but ultimately there aren't really shortcuts, and just good things take time. So let's get right into it. And I got my Calendly below if you guys are interested in booking in a call with me and exploring working with me. Follow my Instagram as well. Link is below. A link to another video showing just my overall approach, even more detailed than this, or more at a higher level than this, is linked below. So a couple other YouTube videos you guys can check out. Let's get right in. Guys, bottom line is good things take time. There aren't shortcuts. There can be ways when we work harder and when we work smarter that we can speed things up, but ultimately, good things take a lot more time than what a lot purport. Here's how this relates with building physiques, with gaining muscle, with getting stronger, with gaining muscle while either losing fat or while maintaining a reasonable body composition and not just ballooning up. Same goes for with maintaining muscle during cuts, versus, cutting too hard and losing muscle, or just not being in your best kind of position to be training while cutting. Guys, I'm not big into the bulking and cutting for that reason. Um, Trying to go quicker with things versus staying closer to a main gaining approach. Maybe you bulk up a little more if you're super skinny. Maybe you do things more to lose fat if you're just, if you're very overweight. But I go along the lines of a main gaining approach where we're trying to cut or to lose fat. We're trying to do a more slight calorie deficit to gain solid muscle that's mostly lean weight. We want to have a slight calorie surplus. The idea behind it is we try to do things in a more even keel kind of way versus extremes, because we want to get better, longer lasting results. We want to do them sustainably. And to get really good results, it just takes time. There's no shortcuts with trying to have these crazy ups and downs. Like if you're thinking that you're just going to gain a ton of weight quickly, it's not going to be quality weight. If you're thinking you're going to lose a ton of fat quickly, you could end up losing more just water weight, as well as the glycogen stores, which is the stored form of carbohydrate in the muscles, if you try to do things too quickly. Or that, or you have a combination of those things, along with you cut too drastically and you just don't have as good of energy as you should have. Your strength goes down. If or you're cutting at a time they don't have that much muscle mass to begin with, you're not going to look that good cut down and leaner anyways. Same thing, same kind of thing can go if, you just don't have a lot of muscle mass, so you want to gain weight quickly. It's a slow process to gain very quality lean muscle. It's a slow process. It's physiologically, they tell us, the scientists will say that, you can be gaining between a half a pound to a pound of muscle per week, but that's not going to be sustained for a very long period of time. When you're a newbie, gaining 10 pounds of mostly solid muscle in a year is quite good. As you get more experienced, if you gain like between 2 to 5 pounds of lean muscle in a year, that's quite good as someone that's more experienced. So that just the thresholds in terms of, well, physiologically, you can gain this much in a week. That doesn't get sustained for a very long time. And it gets harder the more experience you have to be keeping up with that kind of pace. And that pace just does not last for very long, because things change in your body as you gain muscle, as well as when when you lose fat. So guys, that's why I propose a main gaining approach, where you're always staying within a certain kind of realm of not only how you're looking with your physique, you're in something that you can sustain with not being too bulked up, but also not being super, super lean, which isn't sustainable for most. As well as you're staying within a certain realm of the kind of practices that you're following to be making results. You're staying in a certain realm in terms of, this is more the nutrition side, obviously with everything, but really more the nutrition side, with you're eating in a way that supports your overall health while having maybe just slight tweaks from that optimal kind of way to eat to either, gain some muscle mass or to cut down and lose fat. We're not doing extreme approaches where we're changing that kind of good way that we should be following our nutrition practices, and we're changing it to try to do things faster towards gaining muscle, which is really just, if you do things too fast, it's gaining weight, or losing fat, which if you do things too fast, it's not just losing fat, you're just losing weight, which can include just water levels, your glycogen stores in the muscle, then muscle. All right. That's the deal, guys. Didn't say this very succinctly as we're just kind of just talking that more ad lib today, but good things take time. And some of the things that happen that are quicker than really what they should happen, they're either not truly good results or they're not long lasting results. They're not sustained. I can relate this for those, I like to serve other very professionally driven type folks, be they business owners or busy professionals. Guys, those of you that have seen people start businesses and just take off way quicker than some. I mean, sometimes people are well connected and just have very good talents with marketing and stuff, but some people just basically just scammers and dishonest with marketing. Some of it's not sustained. Okay, guys, some of you that are just maybe you're not business owners, but you've been in the professional world. Maybe someone has gotten certain promotions quicker than others. Just ass kissing and gaslighting and just sucking up to the right people in whatever it is company that you work for. Well, maybe they get into their position, maybe they're horrible to be working under, maybe they're not suited well for their roles, and it's maybe not very good company to work for if bosses are giving people promotions not based on merit, but just based on who smooches my butt better. Guys, these I can give so many of these allegorical and theoretical examples that you've all seen play out of this concept that good things just take time, and a lot of times these things that happen a lot quicker than the norm. Sometimes you have people that are genuinely talented that can make things happen quicker, that maybe they respond better to things, maybe they're better in business, they're better in career, they respond better to training into nutrition practices, but those are more exceptions. Okay, so anyways, that gives you some guidance, some insights, I would say, into why I propose for a more even keel approach with kind of a kind of my kind of way of main gaining, which does allow a level of flexibility if you're really skinny and could really use to put on just any kind of weight, or if you're very overweight and you really could benefit just to lose weight. And sometimes when you're in those extreme cases, being very skinny or being very overweight, you have potential, because you're just so far off from where you should be, you have potential to make quicker progress towards your end desired result than others. You do, but still, guys, good things take time. That's pretty much all I want to go over. Again, I have some other videos linked in the description from my channel here on YouTube. One of which is kind of going over high level what I do as a coach, and it's going to show you some of the folks that I've helped. I'm also going to link a nutrition training I went over, where I teach the exact kind of nutrition approaches I've used to help the clients I've helped and coached, and as well as for myself with, again, this main gaining approach. And what else? Calendly's below too. If this resonates with you and you want to believe the truth and not just believe things that are convenient, people telling you that, yeah, you can make this kind of results this quickly and that's a reasonable expectation. It's not. If you want to work with someone that actually knows what they're doing, doesn't sugarcoat things, my Calendly is below if you want to get on a call and just explore that possibility. Instagram link is linked as well. Go follow me there. You can also message me there. I'm active with my messages, so you'll get in touch with me if you have questions on stuff. I think that's all I got. Those of you that are following on Instagram and subscribed on here, thank you very much. And please subscribe if not already. But thanks for those of you that are. Okay, see you in the next one. Take care.